오블리비언도 전부 했었고.
오블리비언?
그거는 아무래도 좀 하긴. 어?
오블리비언?
어.
근데 오블리비언 내가 첫 모바한테 계속 죽었어.
에? 왜?
안 죽던데? 오블리비언이 내가 스카이림 생각하고 들어가니까 전혀 다르더라고.
아, 그럼? 그리고 또,
아, 토타로 할까?
아, 토타로 한번 해볼래? 그거 구경하는 맛도 있을 것 같은데.
나 이거 옛날에 불다충이었을 때 하다가 멘붕 터져가지고 군사 다 잃었었는데. 이게 모드 깔면 갓갓겜 된대.
뭔 모드 있니?
그 리얼하게 해주는 모드가 있던데?
리얼하게가 뭔 소리야?
그러니까 전술이나 유닛 공격력 이런 거를. 그러니까 더 시뮬레이터처럼 만들어주는 거지.
아,
전투를.
오케이. 그렇게 그럼 그 모드가 잘 나왔단 말이야?
그 모드가 완전 갓각 모드래.
오.
그거 뭐야, 상점 페이지에 그거 들어가면 있을걸? 평가 들어가면? 이거 EB 모드. 아휴, 방송 모니터링 해봐야 되겠다. 지금은 소리 잘 나나. 데스크탑 소리를 좀 줄이긴 했는데. 아휴. 됐다. 밸런스 맞네. 근데 게임 소리가 이거보다 크면은 또 밸런스 안 맞는다. 씨.
뭔가 또 안 맞을 것 같은 느낌이 들.
모니터링 하면서 해야지. 다운 받는 동안 배필을 할까? 배필이 금방 안 끝나가지고 이거 한 판 하면 다운 다 받아있겠지? 게이밍 모스가 원래 이렇게 느렸나? 니 아침에 폴아웃 한 것도 방송했었어야 되는데.
그냥 신날 때 놔줘버리고 말았네.
아니 이거 2일 남았다고? 못하겠네? 아, 그래도 32등 안엔 들겠지
나니까
뭐.
보상 나니까 보상 안 해도 되지.
아, 이번엔 이거 다 얻을 수 있을 줄 알았는데. 아니, 하이면 하이를 보여줘야지. 지금 장난해?
진짜 장난치는 것도
뭐 어쩌라는 거야?
뭐야? 어디를 보면서 하이를. 와, 옛날 정화통은 저렇게 컸어? 극혐이다.
방독면 엄청 주네. 이거 눈맵에서 이 스킨 끼고 까먹으면은 초원맵 같은 데서 개 잘 보이던데. 아, 왜 이렇게 오래 걸려, 이씨.
그 여우 사냥꾼은 뭐냐?
스킨일걸? 뭐야?
스킨이네.
잡혔다. 다운로드 다 된 거 아니야? 이씨. 한 판만 하자, 한 판만. 큐도 잡혔는데.
빠른 나오.
아니 이거 버거 너무 많아. 이거 가운데 정렬 개불편해 이거.
가운데 정렬이 불편하다니 굉장히 불편한.
가운데 정렬이 안 돼 있으니까.
안 돼 있어서.
아 이거 봐 이거.
이게 그 배틀그라운드 모드네?
어. 이거 잔상 생기네. 이거 왜 그러지? 방송화면은 안 생기는데. 아, 이거 내가
내
소모할 때,
화면에도 안 생겨.
내가 소모할 때 이거 잔상 생겨갖고 개 짜증났었거든? 이거 왜 그러지? 배틀필드에서는 한 번도 그런 적 없는데. 비행기. 일단 32등에 들려면 존버밖에 답이 없다. 하도 죽어가지고 이거
근데 이렇게 비행기가 많이 떨어져?
한 3대? 이거 저기 모던 루페어 콜옵에도 모던 루페어래. 그 블랙옵스에도 저렇게 떨어져. 블랙옵스는 헬기지만. EA가 이거 스트리머들한테 스폰서 주고 좀 하던데. 불탄다 불타. 일로 안 오겠지?
왜 불타는 거야, 또?
몰라. 그냥 맵이 저렇게 생겼나 보지. 가운데 뭐 있을까 너무 궁금해.
뱀집.
아이씨. 진짜 개.
32등은커녕 62등을 하고 말아.
저거 구경이나 하고 있으니까 씨. 개빡치네 진짜. 씨. 안에 들어오서 안해. 꺼. 지금 제목도 토탈론데. 배틀로얄은 에이펙스만 하자. 오늘의 규.
부모님 희망적이래. 안 하자는 아니잖아.
에이펙스만 하면 돼. 에이펙스만. 뭐야? 세가 화면 이상하게 뜨네. 컷신 보고 조절해야겠다.
오프닝 보자. 너무 많이 뒤로 젖혀.
보병 개불쌍해. 보병 너무 불쌍해.
코끼리?
한니발인가 보지. 아 근데 잠깐만 이거 한글 패치 안 됐나? 비디오 세팅. 진짜 옛날 게임 냄새 너무 많이 나는데? 이거 근데 왜 저렇게 되냐?
화면 작게 나오는 거?
이거 1910 바꿨는데? 그거 다 시켜볼까? 어차피 한 패도 해야 되는데.
오프닝을 다시 볼 필요도 있는 거냐 설마?
그건 넘기면 되지.
아, 어떤 게임들은 오프닝은 못 넘기잖아.
에이, 그 정도로. 야 이거 몇 년 게임이냐 이거? 와 2004년 게임이네. 내가 이거 DLC도 다 있나? DLC는 없나 보네? DLC 있으면 DLC 있다 뜨는데. 뭐지? 알렉산더만 따로 있는 건가? 뭐야? 콜렉션이면 다 있는 거 아니야? 아, 카페 가입해야 된다고? 에이, 그냥 영어로 하자. 나온다 이제. 아니 근데 이거 늘려져서 나오네? 와이드 스크린은. 뭐가 다른 거야? 모르겠다. 프롤로그. 당신은 새로운 리더입니다. 어리고 신참 귀족 아닌가?
그냥 어린 리더겠지 뭐.
새로운 귀족 가문에서 나온 뭐 새로운 리더라는 거야? 아, 새로운 가문의 리더라고. 귀족 가문의. 아, 세네이트가 그거지. 걔네지. 그 뭐라 그러지 걔네를? 그 의회 같은 애들? 로만 평의회라 그랬나? 그거 뭐라 그랬지? 로마에 있는 헬프, 포지, 세이프 첫 목표는 바바리안 어택을 야만인들의 공격을 저지하는 것입니다. 이게 뭐냐 이게? 타퀴니? 에이 모르겠다 씨.
The year is 329 BC. Italy. Warring city-states vie for power and superiority over their neighbors.
아.
The year is 329 BC.
뭐야? 알트 탭하면 처음부터 재생하네.
vie for power and superiority over their neighbors.
조금 봐라 이런.
어우. 와, 씹간지네. 옛날 동그래픽인데. 이게 야만인이라고?
아까 옷 벗고 달리는 애들
The
있잖아요.
people of Rome control the Latin states, but enemies surround them. The Republic stands at a crossroads in history.
Romans, senators, friends. Latium is
야, 저게 저렇게 SPQR이라고 적혀 있으니까 너무 이상한데.
people of Rome. The Latin people are now one. Not since noble Brutus drove out the last king have we known such a glorious day. But now, my friends, in this hour of glory, we must be on our guard. To the south, treacherous Greeks and Samnites block our trade. Tarquinii groans beneath the tyrant's heel. That tyrant threatens Rome. Will we abandon Tarquinii? And now barbarians raid from the north, burning and pillaging Roman lands. Shall we let danger fester and grow? Or will
할아버지들이
we act
혈기왕성하시.
as Romans with courage and dignity? Remember, we are the sons of Mars. As Senate leader, I call upon tribunes Gaius Julius and Decius Brutus to smash the Gauls and relieve Tarquinii. All those in favor say aye.
I am Victoria, your advisor. I will be your guide through the world of Rome Total War. Follow my instructions and you will learn everything you need to know. To continue, left-click the dismiss button on this panel or my portrait. This is the area around Rome. Parts of the map you have not yet explored are shrouded in darkness. As you move your armies further afield, cities, armies, and the lay of the land are revealed to you. This is Rome, the eternal city of the Seven Hills, home of the Senate and the people of Rome. At this stage, there is no empire, just Rome, with the Senate ruling and a few great families such as yours vying for power.
아직 로마 제국이 아니구나.
You play the Julii, one of Rome's great families. At this stage, this is your only army, and you own no cities. Your mission is to assist the Senate in extending the power of Rome. Later, much later, you may have ambitions to take control from the Senate and become emperor.
아, 게임 소리 큰 거 같아.
An army of Gauls is approaching from the north. And the Senate has sent an army under Captain Decius to
영상에서
intercept
그렇게 안
them.
커?
He has requested your assistance. Normally, each faction makes its
다행이다.
moves in turn, but I'll move your army for you to get us to the battle.
Orders?
뭐
Sir!
Battle is about to commence. Get ready to defend Rome from the barbarian horde.
전쟁 시작. 아 다음 달에 삼국지 나오는데 삼국지 도타로.
Ave, General. I am Marcus, trusted centurion and military advisor to your family. I will watch your actions on the battlefield and show you how to command magnificent armies and crush your enemies for the glory of Rome. Now, let's take a look at the battlefield. As you enter a battlefield, your view starts by facing to the north with armies deploying according to the locations they occupied on the campaign map. Your army joined the battle from east of the river, so it starts here. The Senate army joined battle from the southwest of the bridge, so it starts here. The invading Gaul army started in the northwest, so it starts here. The Gauls are beginning an attack. Let's take a closer look at the action. This is the acting commander of the Senate's legions, Captain Decius. He's a junior member of the Senate's faction.
Units! Move out!
Remember, the strength of a Roman army lies in its disciplined legions. They are the envy of the civilized world. Barbarian armies rely on brute force, strength of will, and an all-out charge to batter their enemies into submission. Once broken, they are easily crushed.
와 씨.
The Senate has promised a reward to the soldiers who bring them the head of the
야만인
gold
주제
warlord
기병대까지 다 있냐?
Thunderix.
스케일 진짜 엄청 높아.
확실히 그 우리가 생각하는 야만인이랑 역사에서 실제로 야만인이라고 불렀던 사람들이랑 꽤 차이가 있는 것 같아.
자기네들보다 문명 낮으면 야만인이.
저런 부대 그 진열 같은 것도 다 기본적으로 했다 그러던데.
그렇지. 안 그러면 살아남질 못했을걸? 구조 뭐라고 해야 되지?
It looks like neither army has summoned the will to engage just yet. Skirmishing could go on for a while. This is a good chance to show
나름대로
you how
작전은 다
easy
있지.
it is to command armies like these. This is your general, Gaius Julius, your faction leader on the campaign map and commander in the field. He is the most important unit. His wisdom and courage give both strength and morale to the soldiers around him.
아 사기 충전이
Use him
되는구나.
wisely
장군 옆에
and
있는 애들은.
victory is certain. You can rotate your camera view by pushing your mouse cursor to the edges
뭐야
of the
이게
screen,
회전이라고?
or hold down left click on the ground and use your left or right cursor keys to rotate around the cursor. Your cursor keys move the camera left, right, forwards and backwards. Try this now.
뭐야?
That was the basics of camera movement. Tips for the future. You can use the mouse wheel or asterisk and forward slash to change the camera angle.
아니
The middle mouse button zooms you in and out of the action. Use plus and minus to change the camera view. To continue, left click on the advisor.
이건 휠로 되고. 아니 이거 마우스 이쪽으로 갖다 댔을 때 회전하는 게 좀 어이없긴 한데.
To select your general's cavalry unit, left-click on the unit card or left-click on the actual unit. If you can't see your unit, double left-click on the unit card to move your view to that unit.
아하. 이렇게 바꿀 수 있고.
When you're ready, right-click on the area of the battlefield indicated. You may need, while a selected unit is moving, you can use the movement toggle button to change your unit's speed.
뭘로 바꾸는데? 아, 이거?
You might want the camera to follow a selected unit automatically. If so, use the delete key. Your camera view will lock on the selected unit. Use the delete key to unlock the camera again. Double left click on the unit card indicated. These trees, you'll see that the camera pans directly to a unit if you double left click on it. If you use a single left click, it will select the unit card, but not change your view. Our maneuvering has attracted the attention of the enemy cavalry, and they're coming this way.
안 돼, 막아. 개망이야?
Archers are vulnerable to cavalry attacks. Protect them by moving your Triarii spearmen in front of them. To be safe, use double right click to charge your Triarii.
더블 클릭하면 뛰어가는구나. 창병이 궁수들을 지키는 거고.
The Triarii unit spears are one of the best weapons against cavalry. To attack the cavalry, move your mouse over the barbarian cavalry unit. When the cursor becomes a sword, double right click to charge the barbarian scum.
야, 이거 너네 공격하는 거야?
Make sure you don't let your troops chase fleeing enemy units unless all enemy units on the battlefield are routed. It will just tire your troops and leave your other forces vulnerable.
무시무시하구만요.
Use the halt button to stop a unit.
아, 너무 과잉으로 따라가지 말라 이거구나. 뭐야?
함정일 수도 있으니까.
뭐야? 아, 잠깐만. 누가 죽은 거야 이거? 뭐지?
The enemy are now sending archers against us. Select your archers by left-clicking on them or their unit card. Now, right-click to attack the indicated enemy archer unit. Make sure you don't march your own archers into any hand-to-hand fighting. Archers default to skirmish mode and make poor hand-to-hand soldiers. Now select your general's cavalry unit and then double right-click on the enemy archers to cut them down.
궁병한테 궁병 조지는
Archers are
거구나.
vulnerable to cavalry
기병이
attacks.
달려가서. 근데 왜 궁병끼리는 교전을 안 하는 거 같냐? 하는 거구나. 잡아. 학살이다. 야군 있는데 화살 막 쏘네.
You have nearly finished dealing with these barbarians. When they run away, get ready to cross the bridge and attack the left wing of the enemy army. Don't bother chasing the routing units as it will tire your troops. You can use the halt button to stop a unit. With multiple units, it can be a good idea to select them all at once when giving them orders. Units acting together can be more effective than on their own. Use Ctrl-A to select all your units. You can use the return key to deselect units.
아우 정신없어.
Another method of unit selection is to left-click on the terrain near a unit, drag the selection box around a group of your units, release the mouse button. You don't have to do this now. The barbarians have noticed that we are moving to the bridge. Guard this end with your Triarii. Place your archers behind them. Use right double-click to get your troops there quickly. Destroy the barbarians if they cross the river. The game is now paused. You can do this at any time during a battle by clicking on the pause button or by pressing P.
아이 뭐야? P. 아 근데 이거 이렇게 화면 돌리는 게
Now that you're ready to
은근히
attack the
편하네.
enemy, move your Triarii spearmen to the left flank of the enemy. Use your archers and general as close support. When moving troops around on the battlefield, it is a good idea to walk them unless they are either mounted or close to the enemy.
아니. 조져. 얘네 가지고 얘네 잡으라고. 어차피 다리를 지나야 되는구나. 얘네 잡으려면.
When crossing a bridge in battle, it is best for units to cross as fast as they can. Troops can be vulnerable to enemy attack during a crossing.
이렇게 멍청한 전략이 있을 수 있을까?
한파 가능할 때.
아니 잠깐만 이거를 뒤에서 공격하면 되잖아.
Now get across that river and kill the remaining enemy.
건너 공병이야? 쟤네 다 작살나면 되나?
The barbarians have started a full-scale attack. Hurry.
그냥
아 미사일이라는 게 그거 말하는 건가? 투착 말하는 건가?
미사일은 원래 유도탄을 보고 말하는 거긴 하지.
조져. 귀엽네 도망가는 거. 깃발 메고 도망가네. 이겼다.
Gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
도망가는 놈들 잡자.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory.
이겼다. 몇 명 죽은 거야? 9명밖에 안 죽었네.
Now you've learnt the basics of the battlefield, I'm going to show you how to play on the campaign map. Battles last just a day, but building an empire
전투 위주
takes time.
게임.
On the campaign map, time is divided into turns,
타로가 원래
each
그래.
lasting 6 months. If you look at your army, you will see that the Senate has rewarded you with some military units. These will go some way to helping you expand your power. You have also received a special payment to help pay for the campaign you have just fought. The controls on the campaign map are similar to the battlefield. Left-click selects things, and right-click moves them. If you want to look around the map, use the up, down, left and right cursor keys, or just push your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen. Try it. Double-clicking on most things opens up a scroll with more details. The first time you see any scroll, I'll tell you what it's all about, but if you forget, you can always click on the question mark in the top right of a scroll. Don't do this now, as I have some more important things to tell you. You have selected your army. You'll notice that as soon as you do this, the panel at the bottom of the screen fills with unit cards. Your general, Gaius Julius, gets a card of his own for him and his bodyguard. Use right-click to move all your units to the edge of the green movement area. Try moving where the arrow is pointing. The edge of the green area is the furthest point you can move to from your current position in one turn. Selecting an area beyond this will require more than one turn of movement.
이게 전체적으로는 턴제로 작동하고 실제 전투가야 이제 실시간으로 작동하는구나.
Remember, when moving your armies around the map, it is best to do so in force. Moving your forces around in very small armies or as individual units leaves them very vulnerable to attack. Keep your units grouped together.
유닛이 지금
The panel at the
쪼개지기도.
bottom of the screen gives details on whatever you have selected and has buttons that bring up a variety of scrolls. You may also have noticed that when you hold the mouse pointer over things, a handy tooltip pops up telling you what it is. You can look at these later by yourself in more detail, but for now, I'll explain what each button does. This is your overview of the world. It allows you to see territories owned by factions you have contact with at a glance. It also shows your own territories. At present, there is little to show, but I'm confident it will get busy later on. This displays your currently selected character or settlement. From here, you can cycle through all your characters, armies, and settlements with the arrows to the side. Open an information scroll for a selected character or settlement by double left-clicking on the related item on the campaign map.
General, Imperator.
Controlling a faction requires more than just a strong sword arm and a treasury full of cash. From here, you can examine the state of your faction, keep track of your heirs, and make policy decisions. If you open this scroll, you can use the tabs you will see at the top to examine information about the Senate, diplomacy, your financial status, and other faction information. This shows the current season and lets you know if you are going to be fighting in summer or winter.
체험 수준이니까.
This is important when you are fighting in the frozen north or in the arid deserts where bad weather can win or lose.
여기가 가르타고 아닌가?
This is the end turn button. When you decide you have completed all your actions for a turn, you can click on this to advance the game. You have already moved your army, so now would be a good time to end the turn. It is now a new campaign turn. You will see that the money in your treasury is going down. In fact, you are borrowing from moneylenders. This is because you are paying wages to your army but have no income. You will need to capture a settlement to give you an income.
도시를 점령해서
Money is
수입을 올려야
essential
되는구나.
to build settlements or troops. The circle button on the control panel is where you can see a summary
경력
of your
생산은
empire's
뭐
income and
자기
expenditure.
네가
for the
정할
turn.
수 있는 거지.
At the moment, you
그것도
have no empire,
도시
so there's not much to
점령해야
see
되는 것
there,
같은데.
other than the ongoing expense of maintaining your army. From time to time, you will see a small picture slide down the left side of your screen. These are messages detailing important events that have occurred. It is important to read them as and when they appear. You can left-click on a message to open it. Right-click will dismiss it. You might notice a button in the bottom left corner of these scrolls. This will focus your view on the subject of the message. The Senate mission to capture Tarquinii gives you a chance to earn a reward from the Senate and to gain a settlement which will give you an income. It's the first step towards building an empire and should solve your money problem. To attack or siege a settlement, left-click on the army you want to attack with, and then right-click on the target settlement. Depending on how far you are from Tarquinii, it may take you more than one turn to get there. If you can't get there in one turn, hit end turn after you have moved, and repeat until you have reached your target.
Attack!
난 먹으라니까 공격해야지.
This scroll contains your options for besieging enemy settlements. Left-click on Show Me How for further details.
음. 5턴 정도는 버틸 수 있는 음식이 있다. 영원이라고? 아, 그럼 뭐 최대 3개 만들 수 있는 거네? 2개만 만들어도 되지 않을까?
Settlement under siege, sir.
공성전을 이런 식으로 하는구나. 내 턴 끝난 거지, 그거.
Right-click to move your army to any part of the highlighted area.
공성전도 턴제.
Attack by right-clicking on a rival's army or settlement. Merge
전투
with a
들어가기
favourite
전엔 턴제인
army
것
by
같아.
moving to the same spot. Embark on a fleet at a coast by moving onto it.
March!
아이씨, 뭐야. 아까 그거 어디서 봤지?
Attack!
나 이거구나. 뭐 몇 개나 필요하지? 그냥 공격 한번 해볼까? 아, 이기겠네. 아, 자동으로 배틀 그 뭐야 할 수도 있구나. 보고.
I am no friend to fear. This many men know about me. But I do know that fear can rob a man of his dignity and his honor. At this moment in the enemy ranks, fear is doing its work. Soon we will do ours. There stand the Greeks, ready to fight or die. Today, I think we should send as many of them as possible to Hades. They have been lulled into a false sense of security by a few feet of defensive wall.
뭐라는 거야?
Siege equipment is automatically deployed for you.
몰라.
The unit selected to control it has a ram's head icon in the corner of its unit card. If you would like a different unit to control the equipment, select the unit currently in control and left-click the special ability button. The unit will drop the equipment. To assign a new unit, simply select its unit card, mouse over the siege equipment and right-click on it when the hand icon becomes visible. Left-click on Show Me How for details of your objectives and the use of battering rams, ladders, towers and sapping points.
아, 뭐라는 거야? 갔냐 저기까지? 이게 닿네. 뭐야, 개금방 부셔지는데? 와, 개멋있어. 필요가 없네? 이거 아까 뭐 두고 가는 거 있다 그랬는데. 아, 이거.
You press the special unit abilities button for the first time. This turns on any special formations or abilities of the unit you have selected. As you select different units, you'll see the button change. Not all units have a special ability, and the button is grayed out for them.
공소가 왜 하나밖에 없냐? 아니, 투창병 이렇게 있구나. 아니, 투석병이랑. 이거 뭐 싸울 필요도 없는 거 아니야?
한국 가라 해.
이것만 그냥 날려도 이길 것 같은데.
It is possible to set alight artillery ammunition to rain fire and death down upon the enemy. Flaming ammunition has reduced accuracy but is more devastating when it lands and has a greater effect on morale. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to do this.
아, 명중률 싫어요? 얘네 기병. 개꿀. 창병 개 많네.
A well-placed rock can kill a lot of enemy troops, but it's hard to hit anything smaller than a settlement wall with these machines. Target dense concentrations of enemy units so that you hit something even if it wasn't what you aimed at.
투석병 너무 들어간다. 얘네 사거리가 별로 길지 않구나.
원래 뭐 차에서
어
공업하는 게 효율이 좋냐, 방업하는 게 효율이 좋냐?
그거 상황 따라서 다르지 않아?
아 그래?
Our soldiers have captured the walls! Now is the time to press on and capture this.
It is possible to set alight arrows to rain fire and death down upon the enemy. Flaming arrows have reduced accuracy but are more devastating when they land and have a greater effect on morale. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to do this. The best way to clear away enemy missile infantry is a direct cavalry charge. However, be wary of them retreating to difficult terrain for your cavalry to manage, or to where there are friendly units that could threaten you. Guard mode button for the first time. This toggles guard mode on and off for the selected troops. In guard mode, the unit will fight defensively. Try to maintain their formation when attacked and won't chase the enemy if they run away. One of your units is under attack from an enemy missile unit. You are currently using close formation. It is more difficult to hit a loosely spaced formation than a tightly packed one. Change to a loose formation by left-clicking on the button to the right of the review panel. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to change formation.
누가 막고 있는데?
You have pressed the loose formation button for the first time. You'll notice the troops you have selected spread out into a looser formation. Use this formation to reduce casualties from missile fire. The button swaps the units between loose and normal formation.
야 창병 개망했다. 우리 보병 다 썰린다.
Cavalry archers and javelin men is generally fruitless, and therefore lower quality infantry are useful for engaging and holding the enemy in place while you
아 진짜 더럽게 어렵네. 아우 정신사나워. 이것만 점령하면 되는 건가?
Enemy cavalry are readying an attack on the flanks of these already engaged spearmen. Either pull them back or commit other troops in support. Left-click the Show Me How button to zoom to your unit.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
적 장군 잡았네. 뭐야? 12시 2분이지? 1시 다 된 줄 알아.
무시해야지. 자야겠다.
이 판만 끝내고 자야겠다. 야, 기병 도와. 안돼, 창병인데. 상성 개쓰레기.
현실적으로 좀 게임 만들었으면 상성 좀 더 그 해서 만들었지.
원래 창병이 기병 보병들한테 지키려고 하는 거잖아.
네, 그러니까 상성이 좀 더 데미지가 많이 들어가.
Use flaming arrows against wavering enemy troops. We'll kill less, as archers can't fire flaming arrows as quickly, but fear of the flames may cause the enemy to turn and flee.
뭐 불화살도 있어? 뭐 다 잡은 거 같은데 지금 거의. 기다리고 있었다. 의도한 건 아니었지만. 죽어라. 쟤 뭐야? 불쌍한 녀석 좀 잡아라. 개불쌍해.
This is a heroic victory.
이겼다.
Worthy of Roman arms.
아, 48명이나 죽었어? 아닌데? 41명 죽었는데 왜 킬이 48이야? 팀킬인가?
팀킬 뭐 이런 게임이라면 가능할 것 같긴 해.
아, 이거 한 표 아니면 안 하면 힘들겠다 진짜.
Left click on graphics options to.
나중에 더
Now would be a
복잡해지지
good
않아?
time to learn how to control the development of.
이게 첫 번째 미션을 한 거냐 아니면 튜토리얼을 한 거냐?
튜토의 첫 번째 미션 이어서 한 걸걸? 유바